Welcome my friends to another video. We are going to be kitting down this Black Magic edition of Paint Gem. I'm going to show you guys how I cut these down to fit into my photo album. It's really easy. So the photo album is 4x6. So I cut these down. I like to do this because as you can see, there is a number on the corner. So I just cut these down to size. It's really easy. I love these painting kits. I am having a party today, hosting a Halloween party at my house. I have all my snacks and stuff out. I am missing the number on those. Dang it. These turned out really cute. Sorry, I'm bumping you. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not going to pretend to be able to cut these perfectly, so I just go through all of them. I love storing them this way. It is so convenient. It takes up such little space in my craft room. They're just all in a bookcase. And anytime I want to go and look at them, I can just pull them out. Or show people. I've noticed too that these paint gems aren't always cut properly on the sides. They're kind of a little off. So, see how off that is. Mine's straight. But there's so many different ways to store these. You do whatever you feel is right for you. That's what I would say. Do what you want. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you have to do it this way. Or, oh, this is the best way. It's like, is it? Is it the best way, though? Is there a best way? The best way is your way. So I just do this to all of them. This is what I do before I show you guys my photo album. But I thought I would take you on the ride today. This paper cutter I just got at Wally World, Walmart. It was really cheap. And it cuts through this really well, the canvas. So. Again, just cutting them to 4x6. have a drill on my finger. Oh, and it came off of this one. Did I already cut it this way? Yeah, I did. Okay, so we've got a missing drill on the church / cemetery, whatever. Okay, and of course it's a 310. Where did that drill go? It's right here. I wonder if I can I? Look at that. My nail's a little bit too long to be doing this. Well, I got it on there, but it's just not going in all the way. Nope. Now I just moved another drill. Come on. My nails are too long. Do I have anything over here I can poke it with? Oh, let's try this Sharpie. Unconventional. Okay. All right, so I don't have an order that I put these in the books with. You might want to put them in order of how you did them. Or it also comes with a sleeve that has the designs on them. So you might want to go in order that the kit had the designs in. I don't find that particularly important. Sometimes I put labels on the bottom of the paintings, but these are self-explanatory. Like for the butterflies, I did labels on the bottom because I wanted to know what kind of butterflies they were. Obviously for the Tuscany, I didn't do anything like that. For the doors, I didn't do anything like that. But for things like the butterflies, I was like, well, I'm gonna wanna know what kind of butterfly this is. This photo album has 12 sleeves, so there we go. That's how I do it, okay? So let's move all of this to the side since I don't have my garbage. So our black magic is done. I'm going to sit down. Okay. So we've got resin drills here. Let's take these out in case we need them. Here are our drills. And we need to put them in order. So we have 200, 300, 300, 400, 400, 400, 400. I don't have very many left. I don't have very many drills left, so that's nice. Okay, 200. And then we have 700, 800. We have 600. We have 900. 6, 7, 9, 7, 7. I hope you guys are doing good today. Sorry, I have a lot on my mind. I'm hoping that I have everything for the party. I'm really sure that I do. And my daughter is working today, so if by some chance I have forgotten something, you know, I could always, she is going to be picking up, I'm going to order some pizzas from Papa Murphy's, so she's going to be picking those up because they're right on her way, and it is quite a ways from where we live, so we would have to go into town, and that's a long ways. But she is gonna be going right past it. So okay, 738, 40, 42, 62, 96, 98. I found a place that I can order metallics from, and I'm excited. But they only sell like a kit of 10. And the colors that they have aren't ideal in my opinion. 209. You guys see, yeah. And my poor 209 has mixed colors in it. So we're not going to care that these are, if this is a different color. I have no idea what I was talking about. I've had a lot happen in the last, few days. There is some static in, that wasn't even a jolt, it was a piece of garbage. There's a lot of static in a couple of these, so we'll see how that turns out. Because I was just working on one and I was like, whoa, buddy, that's a lot of static. Because I put the washi tape down, they're coming right off, the stickers. Okay, 550. I have all of my drills picked out for my Heaven and Earth design. I currently have all the drills, but I still need to add some to my bottles. There's a couple that I was off by, you know, 200-300, something like that. I've kind of been talking about that project here and there. Whoa. I don't know why I put 550 right there. This is the 300s. Okay. 301. And then I'm going to be sending some to my friend. And those are the ones that I need to focus on. And you guys, I have just been feeling so much pressure this month. I don't know why. I don't know where the pressure is coming from. It's coming from me, but I don't know why. To get my diamond paintings done. I have never been so behind in diamond painting. Ever since I started diamond painting, I have not been this behind, and I'm not sure what's going on. I will say lately, I have just not had time to diamond paint. There's just been stuff going on, and you know, for one reason, I'm not doing 310. For one reason or another, I haven't been able to get in there to diamond paint. Oh, I don't have, okay, cool. And when I do, I swear I am taking forever. I know it's not a race. I know it's not a race. This is a Rainy thing. This is Rainy's brain talking right now. It's nobody else's brain. It's just mine. I don't know what is on my nail. I don't know what's going on. Like I go in there. Okay. I go in there to diamond paint. I think it's the painting itself that I'm doing because it's so 310 heavy. It has 20 bags of 310. So I think what's going on is I have this perception of not getting a lot done because all I'm doing is 310 a lot of the times. And the other thing is, you guys, I don't know why I did this to myself. I don't know what I was thinking. My squares are 8 inches by 8 inches, and I'm expecting myself to get that done in one day. Why did I do that to myself? Do you know how big 8 inches by 8 inches is to get done in one day? You guys, 8 inches by 8 inches. It's huge. It's a, let's see. From here to here is 8 inches. From here to here is 8 inches. And then 8 inches this way. Yeah, I don't know why I did that to myself. So my perception when I'm done at the end of the day is I haven't done crap to my painting. Okay, too full, too full, too full. Okay. When in reality, oh yeah, I had to take a lot of these out. When in reality, I have completed a lot. So I am never, ever going to do that to myself again. When I do a large canvas, and this canvas, to be fair, is very large. I think it's 26 by 36. So it's a big canvas. What I do normally, and this is what I did with this one, is I washi taped it off and I section it into the amount of days that I want to take to finish the painting. Does that make sense? So let's say I have a painting. What did I do last month? Oh, I did Keys of the Savage Garden. I wanted to finish that in, I think like 2 weeks, right? So I put 14 squares on it. Well, that was a smaller painting. I finished it in like 8 days, but it was a much smaller painting. So the squares, let's see if these match. This has static in it. So the squares were a lot smaller. So what I did this time is I'm like, oh, I want to finish this in 15 days. I don't want to take long, you know, I gave myself, or 15 days, 14 days. Because I'm like, it's a big painting. So it's probably going to take me 14 days. Today's the 12th. I started it on the 1st. There's no, yeah, that's not happening. And I shouldn't have done that. So, okay, too much. 712. I just bit off more than I could chew and was not, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I thought I could do that big of a square in one day. And so it's slowing me down. Well, the fact that I'm not diamond painting too is slowing me down, but I'm just like, it is what it is. I'll get done when I'm done. You know what? At this point, honestly, if I have to carry it over, I will. I am going to do everything in my power to not carry it over. Oh, I must have used all of these for my Heaven and Earth design. I'm going to do everything I can to not carry it over, but it is what it is. I might just have to give myself some grace. I am somebody who is really hard on themselves. Are you guys like that about things? I'm really hard on myself. I expect a lot out of myself to my detriment. My husband has a saying. He tells me all the time. He says this to me all the time. He goes, don't be so hard on yourself. Life is hard enough. And he's so right. I know he didn't come up with that, but he's so right. And he tells me almost every day, because almost every day I'm like, why didn't I do that? I should have done this instead. Or, you know, I screwed this up. I'm just going to be honest with you guys, just to get a little deep here for a second. When I was raised by my horrible, abusive father. And he criticized everything I did. Oh yeah, I accidentally put babies in this one time. He criticized everything that I did. Nothing was ever good enough. And unfortunately, I picked up that abusive behavior and I've continued it on myself. Okay, there's too much. 796. Okay. He would even criticize my eating. So like if, you know, when you're growing, when you're a teenager, actually this was preteen, you know, I don't know why, but he would serve me my, like when I was raising our kids, they got to pick their food. Like I wasn't like, here's your food. I let them choose their servings. I helped them a little bit if they took like, you know, a massive serving that I knew that they couldn't eat, but kind of behind their backs, like, let me scrape a little bit of it off their plate. They don't need 9 pieces of meatloaf, okay? Because, you know, that's kind of how kids are. But my dad would be like, he would put the food on my plate and give me the food. This was all the way up until I was, this is a really long story, but this was all the way up until I was like 13, 14. You guys are getting a little whip and chat here. And he would serve me the food. And if I said I was still hungry, he would say, you don't need to eat anymore. You're going to get fat. My dad had an eating disorder. He was vegetarian. He would go on water fasts. He went on this weird olive oil diet. Don't even ask me about that. I have no idea what that was about. And meanwhile, I was pretty much just left to my own devices of dealing with whatever it was he was doing at the time with his food. And so I developed an eating disorder. Because of it. Okay, let's see. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. I'm just telling you this because I'm trying to explain why I think I'm so hard on myself. But yeah, I developed an eating disorder. So, and my husband's always like, even my son just, anyway, yeah. They're a little concerned. It's fine. It's nothing to be concerned about. But that's why I'm so hard on myself, I believe, is because I picked up those cues. I picked up those habits. And, ooh, you guys, these look like different colors. Chris is going to be really happy right now. You happy, Chris? I want to keep you guys happy. And so I think I'm just really hard on myself. Oh yeah, there. They're different enough. I'll go ahead and put this sticker on here. Oh, there's still one inside. But yeah, I just picked up those bad habits. And sometimes the voices are really loud and sometimes they're quiet. So sometimes I can be like, don't be so hard on yourself, you know, and just lackadaisy about it. And, you know, it doesn't bother me. And most of the time, but sometimes those voices come out and I can hear them and they're very loud. And it's like, shut up already. Oh, there was already another color behind this one. Oh, well, now we have 3. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I separated that. Oh, good, 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 good. Good. And I'm sure we all have our, you know, things that trigger us or things that we do from our childhood that we just adapted to because that was what was going on in our household at the time or whatever. Okay. Both of my birth unit and my sperm donor are extremely abusive. I have not talked to, I don't even remember the last time I talked to either one of them. And unfortunately, my dad is trying to pull something legal on me. Yes, that's right. My own, yeah. There's nothing he can really do, but I don't really want to talk about what it is. But he's threatening me. Let me say that. He's threatening me. And he's dead serious. Like, it's, I know him, and like, yeah. So we do own a house and vehicles and things like that. And if he goes through with what he's saying he might do, those things could be affected, potentially. And by the way, I've done nothing wrong, so I highly doubt that like that could happen, but it could. And it's just wonderful to have that on my mind. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't get along with either one of my family members. That's why I just say I don't have a mom and dad, because I literally don't. I literally don't. Isn't that, oh, you choose your family, people. You can choose your family. I would rather choose my family than have family that is abusive. And my dad in particular turned my aunts and stuff against me. My aunts didn't really know me too well, because they kind of live, you know, my dad has 4 sisters, and only one of my aunts was like in communication with me. The other 3 were like, this is crazy. The gal that does my hair, well, I don't get my hair done anymore because I have too much anxiety. I so need to get my hair done, you guys. I just need to get over it. But she's my girlfriend. I've known her for like 20 plus years, but this is crazy. My girlfriend's mother-in-law knows one of my aunts, and they apparently are best friends. And the last time I went and got my hair done from my friend, she's like, she told me, she said, yeah, my mother-in-law actually was talking about you. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, I had no idea what she was talking about. I'm like, what? I don't even know your mother-in-law. And she goes, yeah, she goes, she knows your aunt. And I'm like, you're kidding. And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, what was she saying? And she goes, she told me to stay away from you because you're evil. And I'm like, I'm evil? Because to me, that's like, when somebody says you're evil, I'm like, you're hurting people, you're like malicious intent, you're, I don't know, satanic. I don't know. I'm like, evil is like a really strong word. And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, why? And she's like, because your aunt was telling her that you were evil. And I'm like, I told her, I'm like, I almost said her name. I said, she doesn't even know me. Like, literally, she only knows me through my dad. And I'm like, that's why she's saying, oops, there's a drill in here. I'm like, that's why she's saying that to you. And she goes, oh, I know. She goes, I've known you forever. and your kids. She's like, I've seen you raise your kids. I've seen you. I met her before we had kids. My girlfriend. She's like, Rainey, she's like, I flippin' know you're not evil. She's like, I know you, girlfriend. She's like, but I just thought it was weird. And I'm like, well, thanks for telling me. I don't know what I'm going to do with that information. But now I know that it's just crazy that people will talk about you like that. Oh, especially when they don't know you. But, you know, everything comes back, right? Everything comes back around. Everything comes back around. So, I wouldn't be messing with that stuff. Everything comes back around. Whatever you put out, you get back. And at least that's what I believe. That's why I always try to do the right thing. I try to do the right thing. Do I always do the right thing? No. No. But I try to. I honestly make my best attempt to do the right thing. And if I unintentionally, because it would be unintentional, if I unintentionally hurt someone, if I unintentionally say something that hurts somebody or do anything like that, I immediately go to that person because I don't want there to be any confusion. I immediately go to them and I'm like, hey, are you okay? Like, did I say something, or, you know, did I do something? And if I did, I'm so sorry. And here's what I meant, or here's, you know. Okay, so here's our Black Magic edition. Let's go through that. So we've got the castle, some crystals with roses. Oh, I didn't do any embellishments. The tarot card hand, book of spells, crystal ball, hourglass. Thank you to whoever it was, because I was doing this in a short and I could not remember the name of this. I kept saying sand. They're like hourglass. I'm like, thank you. I believe this is called a planchette, right? Yes, I hope so. A witch, a bottle of poison, a black cat with the word moon, an owl, and a pot with some green stuff coming out of it. Next month is going to be really interesting for our Black Magic, for our Paint Gem edition, my friends. I have nothing for November as far as November themed, so I will be having my husband. I'll do that. I'll have him pick out a couple of kits that, you know, are closest to November, or they might not have anything to do with November, honestly, and we'll pick between those November 1st. So when I get those kits ready, I will put them up for vote. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment, and I will talk with you soon. Loves.